everybody, and welcome back. Today, I thought that I would share my package that arrived. This is a Kickstarter that I backed in December, like the beginning of December. This is the Delian Oracle, along with the Odyssean Tarot. So I'm really excited to receive this. I used to be really big into Greek mythology, like as a young person, like in my early teens. And I knew all the legends, had all the books, did all this stuff, but then slowly over time I outgrew it all and it just kind of fell to the wayside. And I have a hard time remembering the legends now and the myths and the stories, and I have a hard time kind of remembering who the characters are and what they did or didn't do, other than obviously the obvious ones that are really popular, right? Those ones still stick in my brain. Um, but I kind of felt like entering back into the Greek mythology world again and just kind of brush up on it and re-educate myself on it. And I from a couple different reviews and videos I saw, the Odyssean Tarot was a really good way to do that. So I decided to get the Odyssean Tarot, and the funny thing was is I was going to purchase it, but then I saw that he was going to run a Kickstarter with an oracle that went along with the Odyssean. And I decided to hold off and wait. And I'm glad I did because I was able to kind of get like the whole thing, right? So let's get in here and check it out. I have had not really um, much of experience with the Odyssean Tarot. I haven't really seen it much. Um, the nice thing about this is he's Canadian. The creator is Canadian. Chris, I want to get his name right. Just give me 2 seconds. I'm going to look it up. Chris something. Chris Leech. So the creator, Chris Leech, is very talented and has many, many, many really cool decks available, right? But he's Canadian. So I was really excited to back him on this because, I'm always going to choose to back a Canadian. So we've got some nice stuff in here, and it's packed really well. I love that. Okay, let me get past all these peanuts. And we've got the Oracle. Oh, nope, sorry, that's the Odyssean. No, this is the Odyssean and this is the Oracle. Oh, a little bit of a size difference happening here. All right, well, there, let's get all that out of there. All right, so here's the Odyssean Tarot. Everybody's seen this. This has been around for a while. Here's the new Delian. Delian. I think it's Delian. I'm going to pronounce it Delian. Oracle. We've got his company. What he creates everything under is Welkin. Nice little postcard. The picture's funny. That's nice. I like it. It's big, eh? And then, here's the book that comes with the Odyssean Tarot. And this is why I picked to refresh my memory and to just to kind of re-enter this long lost world to me, because I feel like this is like that's a serious book that's got a lot of information. All right, so we'll open this one after. Let's check out his brand new stuff. I'm assuming there's a little book in here. I think if I remember correctly, there is a little book that comes with it all. This is a really nice box. It's got a magnetic closure. Oh, look at the picture inside. It doesn't have any smell. I'm sorry, I smell my decks when I get them. And this one has a very light odor, very, very light odor. Okay, so here we've got the book. Nice big print. Very nice. And here's the cards. This is a really nice box. I like it. All right. Move this off to the side. And carefully open. So my birthday is at the end of this week, and this was my present to myself, one of the presents that I bought myself. And when I saw in the Kickstarter that it was going to be delivered in late February, early March, I was like, sweet, like, here we go, a birthday present for myself. And that was my intentions for it, right? Nice cardstock. I like it. Okay, and we'll zoom in so everybody can get a nice close look. Oh my god, like first and second card I'm already in love. Just beautiful. Oh, I like it. I love the cardstock. The cardstock's nice. It's got a little bit of a sheen, right? But not a whole heck of a lot. It's got a nice texture to it. And we've already can see that it's going to match up with the Odyssean. Really nice. That is an interesting image. Oh, look how beautiful it is. I knew the artwork was going to be gorgeous, but this is beyond beautiful. So we've got a lot of plants. We've got a lot of animals. Oh, look at this. Gorgeous. This is stunning. Really honestly stunning. I could see people not liking the way that this number is done. Like maybe it would have been better being down in a corner, but they seem to move around with the pictures. It's beautiful. There's like almost this like vintage look to this artwork. I believe he's created, I guess I should have looked into this better. I think he's created this, but it could be taken from like old artwork. I don't believe this is a collage. Okay, once I'll flip through, and once we're done, I'll just check out the book and see if it says. Yeah, see, like I think that this is like older style stuff. I honestly, I don't really care. It's beautiful either which way. It's gorgeous. Just such stunning images. And I'm sorry if I'm flipping too fast, just slow the video down. But I don't want this to be like a 2-hour video. And this is a big oracle. I am definitely feeling this. This is gorgeous. And I really like the cardstock. Man, I love the artwork. Absolutely love the artwork. Yeah, see, so I think I think some of it is collaged. Like a digital collage, I'm gonna say. And some people might not like the fact that there's no titles, right? You are going to be book bound until you like actually get to know this deck. You will be book bound. I'm sorry, there's a really loud like little airplane flying by, which never happens here. Hopefully my mic cuts it out, but it might not. It's a really cool image. But you will be stuck to the book a little bit until you get to know this deck, right? Until you understand it and are able to not use the book. Wow, that is a crazy image. Oh, I am so excited that I did this for myself. Like, look at this image. Look how gorgeous this is. Oh, love it, love it, love it, love it. And I'm already getting like, there's already things that I'm recognizing. I'm not 100% sure, so I'm not saying it because I'm very rusty on my Greek mythology, 100%. Like I said, I used to be into it when I was a young adult. Not even a young adult, a teenager. When I was like 12, 13, 14, right? Used to be huge into it. But I grew up and, you know, life changes, right? This is an amazing image. So I just kind of grew out of it. And like I said, there's still things that stick in my mind that are the more popular myths or the more popular gods and goddesses, but a majority of it has left my brain. That happens when you get older. Other space in my brain, information falls out so that new information can stay. More needed information can stay, right? Oh, I love these images though. They are just stunning. So a 71 card oracle, that is decent, right? Like that's a lot and I like it. And I will not be edging this. There's decks that I'm not edging. I just leave them the way that they are. Okay, so we have it's just straight up all the information. There's no spreads. There's nothing in that. Okay, so I want to know. Yeah, there's no printing. Okay, I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to read about it a little bit clearer here. So he does talk about, I just have his Kickstarter brought up here. So he does talk about how he designed it to work with the Odyssean Tarot, but that it's also a standalone oracle as well. He does not talk about, this is a 72 card based oracle on the Delian mysteries. It has 8 core realms. As Apollo is the god of light, each realm corresponds to the spectrum. So he's got plants, animals, creatures, objects, mortals, deities, supernatural qualities, and divine assemblies. But he said that might kind of change. I do not believe that is outlined. Yeah, so that's like not outlined in this. So I might have to take a screenshot of this just to keep the information that I need. Because eventually these Kickstarters disappear, right? So So most are from original drawings, sketches, and simple color guided paintings I created and then enhanced through collage techniques that I have developed over the last decade using Photoshop. Oh my God, it's so talented then, right? So he has an upright and a reversed meaning to each card. Yep, perfect. And then I believe, let's see, is this, we've got the, so he just kind of leaves it like he doesn't, obviously you know which ones are plants, you know which ones are animals, but it's not talked about in here. So I'm going to have to definitely, write that down so I do not forget how this deck functions, right? I was going to shuffle it and pull a card, but maybe I shouldn't until I figure out. I mean, does it really matter? I don't know. I don't know if it even matters to me, like if it's a plant, an ally, whatever, because he doesn't have that. He doesn't have that even outlined here. So I mean, does it matter to me if it's a plant, a mortal, a supernatural being? Like, I don't think I really care. So I'm going to shuffle this. I've decision made. I'm going to shuffle. Oh, it's so nice. I'm like, maybe I shouldn't shuffle. You know when you are like, I don't know if I should shuffle this, but I'm going to, because I'm going to use it like a straight up oracle. And it's, I mean, you will know from the stories, the legends, the write up, what that's in here, like specifically what it is. But I'm going to definitely screenshot his Kickstarter, or at least write it down so I have that information. Let's see. My hands are a little rusty today. My old injuries are a little acting up a little. They side shuffle really nice. It's a little bit of a stretch for my hands. Ugh. And the interesting thing is, yeah, it's a little bit of a stretch. I've never read an oracle in reverse, I don't think. I think most oracles I have are only only an upright reading. I'm sure I have oracles that have reverse meanings. I have to. But I'm not thinking of any right now. So, oh, I asked for one card. I got two. I'm going to read about the olive. Let's see what the olive has to say. All right, olive. The sacred olive tree was a gift to Athens and all of the world from Athena. Originally used for lamp oil and to fashion Greek cult objects called zonin. And I don't know if I'm pronouncing any of this right, and I'm sorry if I'm not. The olive tree was cultivated for food by Aridius, Arterius? I don't know. Sorry, I'm going to butcher the shit out of this. Olive trees need little water and are highly resilient to pestilence and can live for thousands of years and are able to produce their nutritious fruit for centuries. The olive branch has come to symbolize peace, glory, wisdom, abundance, purity, and power. So upright, peace, prosperity, the life force, substance, vitality, culture. And then below, we've got discontent, lack of gratitude, lack of initiative, exploitation. That's a really hard word to say, sorry, and weakness. So, I mean, you get a little bit of like what you're looking at, what it's about, and then you get your meaning. Like, I mean, you don't need more than that. So, I mean, this will work. I do wish that there was a little bit more in the book as far as just explaining like what I read, how you have your plants, your animals, like different things like that. Like, that would have been nice. However, I don't feel like it's necessary. Backs are completely reversible, which is good. This is an interesting background. At first I was like, ooh, I don't really like it, but I don't really care. Like I don't mind it. It's kind of a little Minecraft looking to me, but I mean, does it matter? No, like it doesn't, right? But just stunning. Absolutely gorgeous. I love this one here. Like if I could get that blown up in full size without the number, totally hang that in my home. It's gorgeous. There's a lot of pieces, like even that's so beautiful. There's a lot of pieces in this, a lot of art that I would 100% put in my home. Just gorgeous, stunning, beautifully made. Really happy with my purchase. I really like this. Really, really like it. All right, let's look at the Odyssean. Everyone's seen the Odyssean. It's been around for a while. So this is the new one. This is what the Kickstarter was all about. Was the Delian I keep saying tarot. Delian Oracle. It's gorgeous. And I'm guessing this is the temple, which makes sense. Like I said, I've got to get in here and I've got to learn about all this again. I want to refresh my memory. I want to spend some time. We are in the last week of February, so we still have all of March to go through. And here in Canada, March can be some of the worst weather, the the worst circumstances to go through weather-wise, and definitely, like they say, the winter can go, in like in like a lion, out like a lamb, or reverse, right? So March can be extremely unpleasant, or March can be not that bad. So we'll see what happens, but I still have a good 4 weeks, and like even April's not the greatest. So I mean, I still have a good 4 to 6 weeks of shitty weather where I can't get outside and do anything in my gardens, or walk or be in nature or anything like that, because it's just going to be a sloppy mess anyways. So it gives me plenty of time to get into these decks and to refresh my memory and to learn these myths and legends and characters and all these things once again. And I really look forward to that. That is what I was hoping, and this showed up at the exact time. It actually wasn't supposed to be here until, it's got a little bit of a nick there. It actually wasn't supposed to be here until the end of the week. It wasn't supposed to be here till Friday. And it showed up 4 days. It's 4 days early. Like, how nice is that, eh? And we're in the pre-shadow of Mercury in retrograde. So I was expecting some bullshit, but I don't know. This wasn't from the time of it, right? I tend to think that like things that we get during Mercury in retrograde carry that energy, but things that we bought prior to that energy coming in, we don't necessarily have to deal with it. Wow, this is really tight. So I do have a little bit of misprint on the bottom of this card. You want to see just like a little bit of like the red is, it's printing. It's not damaged. It's just the print, the ink didn't necessarily go. So hopefully these images are okay. They look okay. This is really cool how it's striped. How we've got like the white, the orangey color, the navy blue, the cobalty blue, and then the red. Like that's really neat. And I'm not gonna go crazy. Like I said, like everyone, this tarot has been out for a while, but I definitely, it's my first experience with it. These cards are huge. Let me zoom out a little bit, and my camera's bouncing. All right, so number one, we don't start with a 0. Oh, that's weird. So maybe this is going to be, okay, so we don't have king, queen, nothing like that. It's more just based on numbers. Okay, interesting. I was expecting to see a 0 because it's a tarot. Like the Fool, right? Let me see. Okay, so okay, that's why. We're starting with, what? So this is obviously a little bit different. So the first one is the Suit of Flames. So that's the red. All right, so let's divide. Suit of Flames. Okay, well that makes sense why we're not starting with 0. Wands. I just want to divide this up a little bit, sorry. It's probably completely off camera. Okay, here we go. So the majors were at the back. So we've got our 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And once again, no titles. So this is a little bit more of an advanced read because of that, right? Oh, gorgeous artwork once again, right? Like, oh, stunning. Okay, so we've got flame, wands, right? We've got waves, cups. We've got wind, which is this black color, so swords. And we've got the gold is stone, pentacles. And then the white, sea greeny white, is the majors, which he's calling the Aristocana. And I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Once again, if I'm not pronouncing it right, sorry. Okay, so he had it starting with the flames. Then this one, then this one, then this one, and then the majors at the end. Okay, now that makes sense to me. I can get with it. Tarot deck and companion key created by Chris Leech. This is quite a book. This is serious. Okay, so there's pictures of him going and visiting Greece. And then he talks a little bit about his introduction into it. How to read what isn't written. Interesting. Like, I'm not going to get into all of this because this is a huge book, and like I'm not even, like, I'm zoomed in, right? You can, like I said, there's tons of people that have this on their channel. This deck's been around for a few years at this point. But it sucks that mine has this little bit of like this misprint on the bottom. But honestly, it probably wouldn't be mine if there wasn't something like that, because like I'm a target for that kind of stuff. So this is our wand suit. So we have 1 instead of aces. He's doing 1. And 2. Look at the backs. 2 of wands. 3. 4 and 5. Oh, just gorgeous. 6 and 7. 8 and 9. So beautiful. 10 and 11. 12 and 13. So this would be like the king, the queen, the knight, and then like the page. So he's just put in the numbers instead of the titles. It's going to make my brain work. But you know that, like, the cards end at 10, right? We know that. We know that the minors end at 10, and then you have your 4, right? Your 4 quarts. So backs are absolutely stunning. I love the color palette of the backs. Very naturey. All right, and here's our cup suit. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. And like honestly, like you can look at like I get 3 cups energy from that, right? Like that's I get 3 cups energy from that. 4 and 5. I get 5 of cup energy from that. So I mean honestly, it's not, you just got to know your tarot, right? I can't get over how beautiful the artwork is. The colors, just gorgeous. So we got page, knight, which is weird because this wouldn't strike me as a Knight of Cups image. I also don't know the legend. I don't know who these people are. So once I get into the book, like obviously maybe then I'll be like, oh, that makes sense. But to me, this right off the get-go, not knowing anything about anybody or anything that's happening in this card, that doesn't have a Knight of Cup energy to me at all. That definitely is a King of Cup energy though. Some of this artwork is just like totally hanging up in my house. Like this one right here. Like stunning. So we've got our aces once again, which he's got numbered as 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8, 9 and 10. So here's a page, a knight, queen, and the king. And our pentacles. Nice cardstock, like pretty much the exact same cardstock that the Delian Oracle is. So our ace 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a really strong image. 6 and 7, 8 and 9, and your 10. And we've got a page, a knight. It's interesting. Queen, and then our king. And then our majors. Sorry if that was loud. I like how they're holding that 6. I think, I haven't noticed, I haven't been paying attention, but I think this is like one of the only ones where the numbers are actually being like incorporated into the artwork, like being held, that I've noticed, right? This one's cool. It looks like the statue's holding it. That's interesting. It's like, it's upside down, right? There's some really interesting things in this deck, like different, right? Oh, look at that. beautiful image as well. And obviously, like when I look at that, obviously, Hecate, but I'm gonna see, like, I'm gonna say, like, which one's Persephone? Like, obviously, there's 3 females in this. Like, maiden, mother, crone. I don't know. I'll have to read the book. Like, I'm just going off of, like, what intuitively I'm picking up on and things that I can kind of be like, oh, I remember that story, or, you know. That's beautiful. Absolutely stunning. Like, so amazingly gorgeous. And I'm not going to shuffle this yet because, like, I want to study this, right? So I'm not going to shuffle it, but I'll go to one and just see, like, what he has and how he's written it. Okay, and I'm going to zoom out. Okay. So he's got, so this is the Phoenix. Let me just move everything over a little bit here. The Phoenix. I don't know what the maximum is. The way out is the way in. So beget from noble roots. And then he talks about the myth, which is really cool. And that's what I wanted. I don't want to read for days. I don't want to read these huge stories. I want something that's kind of like the important aspect of the myths highlighted and put in, which is, I feel, is what's going on here. And then he's got like the different meanings, which is really neat how he's done this, because he's taking the story and saying, this is why I picked this card. This is why I picked the Phoenix for this card. This is how this applies to the energy and the typical meaning of the Ace of Wands, right? Which I think is really neat. So like one of these, I'll just pick one. The Phoenix is a firebird reborn by burning up in the sun, an apt symbol for the suit of flames. The sun is not immortal. It'll eventually die out and become a cold ember. Mortals too cannot experience renewal internally, at least not without divine intervention. Just as something is made from nothing, so something must return to nothing. An essential lesson for the flame suit. Like that's just one of his many meanings here, and that's so well written. And then we've got upright, new beginnings, a physical start of something, a creative spark getting fired up. So he's got a lot of keywords, like tons of keywords. And then in reverse, he's got what the reverse meanings are. So, I mean, like, this is exactly what I was looking for. This will make studying this deck and getting back into these stories a lot easier. And like I said, I'm gonna study this and work with it. I like that they're color coded. Yeah, I don't know. I'm excited. Okay, before I sign out, I want to see what they look like together. Obviously, that would be the smart thing to do, right? Because he said like it was designed to stand on its own, but at the same time, go with the Odyssean tarot. So, and like I said, I'm not screwing up the Odyssean because I plan on doing like studying it, and I want to read like each legend and all that stuff. Like I have plans on this. So, I'm not going to shuffle. We'll just go off of, I just split the oracle and we'll go off of the way it is. And look how stunning that is. The fact that these are borderless, but then have the same numbers the way that this does, and then this has the border, like, absolutely gorgeous. And then let's look at these backs together. Oh yeah, I like it. I'm a fan. I like it. It looks good. 100%. Same color palettes, same everything happening, right? But yeah, like I like that he chose these to be borderless. Let's flip these so they're not so distracting. I like that they're borderless and like full images, and then these ones have the border. I really like that. They do. They look amazing together. So I can see how they stand alone, but at the same time, they work with the Odyssean Tarot. Sorry, I'm a little sloppy. I'm not like the greatest at... I always make a mess. Sorry. Yeah, beautiful. I can't wait to get to know these characters and these stories a little bit better. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Like, look how stunning. Like, just these top cards, the way I divided them fast and just grabbed them. I love it. All right. Perfect. Well, happy birthday to me, right? I did a really good job spoiling myself for my birthday. I will say that. Between this and some of the other things that I purchased for myself, which was beautiful duvet, and now my bed is like sleeping in a cloud pillow of amazingness. I got myself this and just hang out with my family and have like a pizza party and just see the people that I love and that I enjoy being around. I'm definitely feeling back to myself. I've started taking clients again this week. So my illness has finally left my body and I'm feeling good. So I'm excited about all this. I can't wait to get into all of this. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining me. And I'll see you guys on the next one.